So Portal 2 came out this week. Pretty big game. Obviously the sequel to the original Portal by Valve.
Yeah.
Kind of got its fame from the Orange Box special. It was just kind of like an add-on game that came with this really great, special deal.
Just a little bonus.
And phenomenal game, 2007. 2011. Now we have Portal 2. So let's talk about Portal 2. What did you think about the game? What do you think about the gameplay?
I thought the gameplay was very great. What I thought would put it really forward was the story and the dialogue. The story and dialogue was great. Very funny throughout the game, from first to last.
I found the beginning of the game hilarious. Like immediately, it was like the first thing I noticed was like I was literally laughing out loud. Like
yes,
I was chuckling to myself.
Yeah,
So you meet GLaDOS, who you met in the original Portal game. Shit goes down. We're not gonna spoil. And you meet up with a new guy named Wheatley.
Yeah,
this little robot thingy, floaty dealio, kind of takes you through the game.
Yeah. What's great about the game, as far as story goes, it's delivered very originally. It's very Valve in its execution. It's very much based on you playing through the story versus you watching a cutscene or listening to dialogue between characters. You see there's a lot of set pieces in the game. There's a lot of places in the game where you see epic shit go down, and that I'm not going to spoil anything, like we said, but it's definitely something that the story definitely puts itself out there amongst other games that have been released lately.
Let's talk about those levels. The levels themselves have such great character and animation to them. Like a lot of times you talk about animation in video games, you're just talking about the character. And like, oh, he looked awesome, or he got the groin shot, and he did the dealio.
The flag looks good.
Yeah. On this one, the levels themselves have like a really cool little animation to them.
Yeah, a lot of the walls assemble in whenever you are entering the level. A lot of the floors come to be.
Like the levels will build themselves.
Yeah, you'll walk into an area and then you'll see that your testing chamber actually be rolled in on rails.
And like watching it build, like those of you that play this game, you'll see like that to me is pretty phenomenal, and it's the Source engine.
Yeah, that's the Source engine.
So there's some pros and cons with that, right? Like it looks good enough. It's
nothing
good
new.
enough.
It's nothing new, but what it does accomplish, it accomplishes very well. The different elements you have to work with. The goo looks really great that you have to work with.
The fluid mechanics there are pretty phenomenal. Pretty phenomenal.
That's really what I think that the number one thing that puts it differentiates it between Portal 1 and 2 was
all these new things. The way they make you think about lasers and stuff, and lasers and portals, or goo and portals, or laser goo and portals. Like the way they make you they keep stacking on top of logic blocks.
Yeah, and eventually you have to work with a lot of new concepts. I think that as far as graphics go, they're nothing. Like I said, they're nothing new, but for what they do very well.
Yeah, I'm happy. I've always said that I was very happy with the Source engine. Like I'm like that's the bare minimum, but at the same time, it's still like that's good enough. Like that's for sure.
It helps how portable the engine is. It's very it's very plug-in friendly, so to speak.
Obviously,
very upgradable. They've boasted about it, and we think that they really delivered here.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's about it for that. What would you give that as a rating, Russ?
I would have to say that this game's a little bit special on that. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, but I'm definitely going to say you need to play this game. Like, this is a game you need to play. Like, it's a 4 out of 5. So I don't know if you should buy it. If you love the first one and you just, this is the greatest thing, then sure, go ahead and buy it. Like $60. If that's nothing to you, then buy it. In this economy, $6 is kind of hard to buy. Like, there's not much replayability. I'm going to give it a con. There's not a lot of replayability here.
There is co-op.
There's the co-op. The co-op's pretty cool. But at the end of the day, like, I want to play this game over and over and over again. Like, I want to play it right now. And that co-op and stuff, that's really cool. It's really innovative. Oh, 4 portals. Like, it makes you think. But once you've done it, it's over with. Like, you've solved it. And they just announced that they're going to come out with DLC and new challenge levels like the original had, where it would make you solve the same puzzle multiple times.
But with it not being released, you can't really say it's a replayable game.
No, it's not right now. So I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. Rent this game. Play this game. Play this game. If you borrow it, if you rent it, if you buy it, play this game. What do you think?
I think that with how the gameplay is presented, well, how the story progresses, I'd have to go and give it a 5 out of 5 beers. It's an excellent story. It merges the different. It very much goes between the border of being a video game versus interactive experience. Entertainment experience.
Valve's really, really good at that. If there's one company I give an award for single player, like Half-Life 2, to me was phenomenal single player.
Yeah, it's very
Portal,
phenomenal. It's all in the very same vein. So I really do feel like they excelled at it. They honed the craft and they have perfected it with Portal 2. So definitely, like I said, I agree. Play the shit out of it if you can. If you can't, play the shit out of it anyway. You need to play this.
Yeah, find a way to play it.
Find a way.
Like this is definitely this is already super early talking about Game of the Year material.
Game of the Year material.
Definitely. For sure.
So check it out. This is it for our Portal 2 review. I'm Albert Engelbrecht.
I'm Russell Perkins.
This is Drunk on Judgment. See you next time.